Good morning. It's Monday, which means it is ACKME o'clock on the Phoenix page. This is our weekly video update about this fantastically exciting new course which goes live in January. Remember, you're going to have a really relaxed up to 3-year time frame to complete the full certificate course. And we're also in the process of setting up a brilliant FlexiPay system. FlexiPay, not FlexiPlay. FlexiPay system for people who need to stagger the cost, and there'll be more about that in a future video. Last week I gave you an idea of how the course will be structured over a series of study weekends, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about who the course is actually designed for, who it's aimed for, and why Kodály. Okay, so listen on. So, who are we aiming this course at? Well, in no particular order. 1, class music teachers, or indeed anyone who's involved in music education in nurseries and schools, including classroom assistants with an interest in music. We're also reaching out to parents, and particularly those who are home educating or thinking about doing so. Our methodology content is so wide, it covers all age ranges from early years right through to adults. Remember, if you're on PAYE, we know you may well qualify for CPD funding from your employer. And of course, we'll be more than happy to supply any additional information that you may need to fight your cause in that respect. 2, instrumental teachers. Speaking from miserable experience, the life of the peripatetic educator is not an easy one. And CPD is frequently either completely overlooked or financially and practically beyond many. So for those peris or VMTs, whichever term you prefer, for those of you on PAYE, again, you may qualify for financial assistance from school, but the vast majority as self-employed will have to self-fund. And this is where the FlexiPay system is going to really help so many of you. And as I promised, there will be more about that another day. 3, choir leaders and directors. With the advent of many more community choirs being established throughout the country, the stereotypical idea of a choir in Britain, I think, is changing. However, be it in the community or a church choir, a school ensemble, or even a professional performing group, this course can deliver a significant number of the desirable skills for the person at the helm. 4, music students. Hello. For performers or wannabe performers, setting up or pursuing a portfolio career is now a very wise move. Whether performing and teaching can comfortably coexist is one thing, but the value of this course is that being an accomplished performer does not necessarily mean one can automatically teach. When I started out, I think it was a bit bunny rabbit and headlights in the how exactly am I supposed to teach someone to do something I can just do. What I really love about our ACKME course is that it will open the eyes and ears of many, and it will give some really outstanding insight into how to sequence the zillions of elements required in teaching, whether that's instrumental lessons or indeed class music activities. So, why Kodály? Well, this could go on for a long time, but I'm going to be as concise as possible. Zoltán Kodály is a composer, Hungarian composer. He was born in 1882 and died in 1967, I think. He was also an ethnomusicologist, and he believed passionately, and I quote, that music should belong to everyone. Who can argue with that? His intention was for his nation to become musically literate because he realised that if you were musically educated, you'd understand and appreciate the music that you'd be listening to in the concert halls, which is fair enough. And it was this huge motivation that led him and all of his colleagues and followers to research educational tenets and the best ways of teaching music. And the end result of this is one of the greatest philosophies ever in music education. Through singing, children and adults learn to experience and then understand all the elements of music. Musical literacy is developed through the merging of aspects which are often considered separate, performance, theory, and oral. And I think a lot of teachers will really, that will strike a chord. How many times do you have a student in the room? And to them, well, oral's sort of like over there somewhere, and well, my tunes are here, and my scales, oh God, they're over there. Theory, oh no, that's over there. Put them together. At Phoenix, we believe there is nothing as powerful or magic as this approach. Students develop their own confidence and self-esteem through the gradual acquisition of skills, knowledge, and understanding. And subsequently, they become fully rounded and joyful musicians. Joyful. I don't think there's enough joy in life, is there? We don't like to think of Kodály as a method as such. It is a philosophy. Most of it is based upon Kodály's own writings. It's fantastic, and it can be applied in so many different situations. It's unbelievably flexible. So whether you're teaching mothers and babies, school students, instrumental pupils, professional or amateur adult musicians, there is something in the approach for everyone. Music really does belong to everyone through it. So a zillion thank yous for watching yet again. I really hope that this is beginning to whet your appetite. Everyone at Phoenix is working a crazy number of hours at the moment to make this course beyond special. Next week, I'll tell you a little bit more about new bit about the 3 tutors who'll be taking the Kodály philosophy module, and also more about the content of it. You're going to love our tutors because they're really, really, really rather fab. Not only do they know their onions, you're going to love them because their enthusiasm for their subject is utterly and completely infectious. Not sure, maybe infectious isn't a great word to use at the moment, but you know what I mean. Anyway, have a great week. Stay safe and get in touch to register your interest by pinging me on Facebook or via the contact email, which is info@thephoenixcollective.co.uk. And I look forward to seeing you again next week. Thank you. Bye.